The Savior's Prayer. Dear friends, when we are tempted and desire to overcome, the best weapon is prayer. When you cannot use the sword and the shield, take to yourself the famous weapon of all, prayer. That is what your Savior did. Let us notice his prayer. It was lonely prayer. He withdrew even from his 3 best friends about a stone's cast. Believer, especially in temptation, be much in solitary prayer. As private prayer is the key to open heaven, so is it the key to shut the gates of hell. As it is a shield to prevent, so is it the sword with which to fight against temptation. Family prayer, social prayer, prayer in the church will not suffice. These are very precious, but the best beaten spice will smoke in your censer in your private devotions, where no ear hears but God's. Betake yourselves to solitude if you would overcome. It was humble prayer. Luke says he knelt, but another evangelist says he fell on his face. What? Does the king fall on his face? Where, then, must be your place, you humble servant of the great master? Doth the prince fall flat to the ground? Where, then, will you lie? What dust and ashes shall cover your head? What sackcloth shall gird your loins? Humility gives us a good foothold in prayer. There is no hope of any real prevalence with God, who casts down the proud, unless we abase ourselves that he may exalt us in due time. See 1 Peter 5 verse 6. It was filial prayer. Matthew describes him as saying, "Oh, my Father!" Mark puts it, "Abba, Father." You will find this always a stronghold in the day of trial, to plead your adoption. Thus that prayer in which it is written, "Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil," begins with, "Our Father which is in heaven." Plead as a child. You have no rights as a subject. You have forfeited them by your treason, but nothing can forfeit a child's right to a father's protection. Be not then ashamed to say, "My Father, hear my cry." It was the prayer of resignation. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as you will. Matthew 26 verse 39. Yield, and God yields. Let it be as God wills, and God will will it that it shall be for the best. Be perfectly content to leave the result of your prayer in the hands of Him who knows when to give, and how to give, and what to give, and what to withhold. So pleading, earnestly, importunately, yet mingling with it humility and resignation, you shall yet prevail.
And being in anguish, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was like drops of blood falling to the ground.